Who are the Renaissance men? I don't know what that means, because that's not Renaissance. But that's not, they didn't look like Renaissance. Man, what... Oh my god, Alan, I'm so sorry. What the I thought these were safe, Alan.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you thought that, like last year, we took the majority of December off. Well, we're here to do the exact opposite of that this year. And we're gonna record episodes every day of December. Oh, wait. It's the 31st. So, well, maybe next year. Maybe next year. You know, who gives a fuck about December anyway? That's my thought.
A podcast every day.
Yeah.
Next year, though. Next year.
Next year. That's I mean, it'll be doable. We'll figure out the logistics of it and stuff, but for right now, you can just deal with weekly releases. Consistent weekly releases, mind you. Go back and look at our fucking catalog and tell us we're not consistent for the last, I don't know, a couple of months.
Yeah, a couple of months. That's good for us.
A couple of months.
That's really good
anyway,
for us.
Welcome to Midwest Scumbags. I'm Elliott. He's Skyler. If you're listening to this episode, if this is your first episode, welcome to the show. And, you know, thanks for clicking on our shit and giving us a chance. I appreciate it.
I do too. I mean, every episode is the first episode to us. That's how we approach this.
Yeah. I do like to go and get my memory wiped every week after I listen to the episodes, and then I can just... I'll go... I don't know if you have a local, like, memory wipe center wherever you are, listener, but up here, where we live in the Midwest, we can wipe our memories basically whenever the fuck we want. It's included in my insurance, at least, for my job, so I do it on the regular, and it's fucking awesome. It's so cool to just relearn everything every week.
Every single week, yeah. Here in the Midwest, we call it, it's called methamphetamine, is what we use to wipe our memory.
I never, I didn't know the name of it, but...
I mean, any amphetamine will do, really. You can do Adderall, Xanax, or...
In that case, well then, I mean, that makes sense.
Well, Xanax is not
a
amphetamine, but it will get you high, and it will put you in a memory hole if you take enough of it. So maybe... maybe it's just pills. Pills in general. We love pills. We love pills on this show.
We love pills and meth and I don't know, other abusing substances. I like to abuse stimulants every now and then. Like I'll have a it's really funny that we talked about marketing like an energy drink with like the phrase super creatine. I think you said that, and like I literally drink energy drinks that have like around the lid it says like super creatine, and like BCAA amino acids and
stuff that's good for you. Yeah. It's found in nature, so it's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. Somebody told me when they saw me drinking, they're like, "You're gonna fucking kill yourself drinking those," and I was like, "Yeah, I know, but." God damn it, if I don't feel great pounding these they're energy drinks that were made by this company called Redline, which is what I heard about them when I was in, I don't know, middle school. Like one of my older brothers went into the military and like got onto the energy drink. That was when the energy drinks were really kicking off, and they were still crazy. Like, Four Loko was still an energy drink plus a bunch of alcohol, instead of it just being like a gross tasting fucking 40.
Yeah,
like
apparently 14% alcohol content. It's not conducive to a good tasting beer.
No. But anyway, he came one of his visits, and he told me about Redline, and I was like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. But I never really saw. I saw them in like the weird niche, like bodybuilding sections of the grocery store or whatever. But they were really expensive. But then they make this other energy drink that's like, more mass produced, and it gets me fucking stimulated beyond belief. And then like I have a hard time sleeping at night because of it. So I spend it every now and then. I'll pull an all-nighter just because like I can, but I abuse stimulants to do so.
Sure. I mean, if they were able to make a coffee that is, as nutritionally beneficial, which is, coffee's not very nutritional, but that's the whole point. Like, you can get filled up off a cup of coffee. If they were to make a coffee that tasted exactly like Red Bull or sugar-free Red Bull and be as nutritionally not good but not terrible for you, I'd be all over it.
Like, technically not bad, it's not like full of preservatives and phthalates and shit like that. It's just like taking like a performance vitamin or something with like a fuck ton of B vitamins and caffeine and taurine, which I guess is bull piss. Like, bulls literally Red Bull but is derived from bull piss, from what I gather of it.
Yeah, I mean, essentially. It'd be the same as if you were to extract testosterone from human piss, I guess.
Ooh. That's the next step, dude. I want to take testosterone just to see how, like, absolutely, like, crazy alpha jacked I can get just by taking more testosterone. I think it might actually help. I'm really sort of a beta bitch in real life, and my T levels are probably low because of all the phthalates and the microplastics and the I don't know, proclivity for anime and things like that.
Yeah, that Japanese PsyOps of pushing anime on the West to decrease male birth rates is... I'm glad you brought that up.
I do really like that theory, yeah. That to get back at us for, like, dropping nukes, they're like, oh, we're going to invent anime. I'm working on a Japanese
You're
voice
working on a racist
really good.
Japanese stereotype.
A racist Japanese voice.
That's fine. Yeah. Oh, I want to make the American not have baby.
Ooh, American balls no work. Yeah. Make your balls.
That's why they push that no fap shit too. But that's probably
dude.
like China or Russia doing that. They're like, it's probably more likely China. That's put. I don't know.
Shit.
Probably, maybe. I mean, come on. They're like, they had that whole, you can't have more than. They had the whole Hunger Games thing where it's like you can't have more than 2 kids, and you want one of them to be a male. So now their fucking population's all fucked up because they got a bunch of dudes and not very many women. So they're like, fuck you, America. We're gonna fucking, we're gonna
convince you to not jerk off. I fell for that. I feel like a fucking idiot now, falling for that Chinese propaganda.
How was it? How was holding your cum in? Is that good?
Dude, it's honestly, it's like the same level of it's on the same level of abusing stimulants. Like, I feel fucking great. It's very weird that I feel amazing when I hold my cum in, but then I also, like, I don't know, at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm fucking stressed out. People
like, need that sweet release. They need the release.
Exactly. Like, I didn't want to get into this on a very public forum, but You know, if I hold in my bust, if you hold in your bust and only fucking, like, blow a load once a week, like, every other day of the week is fucking awesome. Except for, the day after, and then you're all groggy and shit. But then after that, like, if you can resist the temptation to fucking jack yourself off, like, that energy is transformed into... I don't know, like, if you focus, you can turn it into, like, brain power, and you can be super smart, or, like...
some 5G waves.
Yeah. Like, you can counter 5G as long as you hold in your nut as long as possible. You can... I do like the 5G conspiracy theory. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
When, like...
Oh, yeah.
It was big around when, like, COVID came out. And they were like, is it COVID or is it 5G poisoning?
Yeah,
because 5G mimics radiation poisoning. And it's like, what are radiation poisoning symptoms? The same as COVID? What? Yeah. I'm trying to get that COVID warning tag, by the way. I'm just trying to spread misinformation as much as possible.
Misinformation about the coof.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, I've heard that if you, eat nothing but carrots, then it'll cure the coof. There we go. That's I hope that gets our misinformation tag. I'm really trying to get that fucking tag, dude. I want people to know. Yeah.
That's how you know you
somebody's
made it.
Listening. Exactly.
Get a misinformation tag because vaccines are evil and they'll give you the fucking plague or something.
Yeah, they'll make you autistic.
Oh yeah, that's the big one. Is they make you retarded.
Yeah, they make you retarded.
No one wants to be retarded.
I didn't have Down syndrome until I fucking took the polio vaccine. There.
Yeah, you shouldn't take any vaccine, by the way. They're all bad for you. Don't get your kids vaxxed. Listen to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Smallpox.
Get on the goop regimen. Put your kids on the goop regimen.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she's talking about. She's been in movies, so her opinion is already more valid than mine because I'm just a regular fucking plebeian nobody. Gwyneth Paltrow, she's a superstar. I mean, look at her.
Yeah. She fucked Iron Man in like 3 movies. So, you know, what have you fucked Iron Man in 3 movies? No, you haven't. So you can't speak about help.
No, you can't.
Our podcast brought to you by the NIH, by the way, National Institute of Health. Fully endorses everything that we're saying. I'm actually reading an email right now that says, hey, COVID misinformation is cool, and we need to spread it as much as possible. That's, that's a personal email. It didn't come to the podcast email, so maybe they're trying to get me to start a solo podcast where I just spread misinformation all the time. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe Netflix will give you a show or something, you know, because...
that'd be sick. Man.
They want to make fun of people that, like, buy into all these conspiracy theory things, but it just perpetuates. You know, it's like the people that believe those conspiracy theories use these shows that they produce to mock these people as validation. Like there was that one with the flat earther dude. He does the flat earth test where he like has a candle or something and he sets it on the horizon and sees if the tilt, the axis of the earth shifts between a 12-hour period, and it does. Like inevitably it does. And he's like, oh well, maybe one of our tools are off or our reading is wrong. I mean, there's no way that this could happen because the earth is flat. Obviously, I mean, duh. Come on.
Yeah, duh. If you think the earth is still round, let me introduce you to a thing called being a fucking plebeian sheep, you know?
Yeah, these goddamn sheep, these NPCs. These goddamn fucking mouth-breathing pieces of shit. that just believe whatever anybody fucking tells them. They get their shit from Fox News or CNN or fuck them. I get my news from fucking like deep web forums.
Yeah.
Fucking anal cunt 69X is the man I trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. He doesn't have any proof of being a doctor or a scientist or anything like that, but you don't need it. If you're a true doctor, if you're a true scientist, do you need a fucking piece of paper that says, yes, you are a scientist? Like, do you really need that kind of affirmation?
No, because you have
life?
to pay like $50,000 fucking dollars for it, and if you do that, you're stupid.
Yeah, you're fucking dumb, dude. $50,000.
Higher education is a scam.
Year. Dude, honestly, it really is. Like, you can, at least in this age, I could see college educations being, like, valuable when the internet didn't exist in the form that it does now. But, like, you can literally learn anything you want if you just fucking type it in and find shit about it, you know? You don't need to go to school for them to tell you, like, oh, you're gonna read this book and then you're gonna fucking write a paper about it. Like, you can just buy textbooks on your own and study them, and you don't need the piece of paper to tell you you're fucking smart. You can just be smart nowadays. That's my goal. Not goal, but my aim in this life is just be a smart person.
I mean, personally, I like watching, like gore snuff videos of the war in Ukraine. That's my favorite pastime. I like watching a drone drop a grenade on some Russian
a bunch of innocent
loser.
Civilians.
Yeah. That's what I want to see. I mean, I'm learning about history in real time. You can't teach that. You can't teach people that, you can just have a remote operated vehicle that can drop grenades on people and you watch you watch them explode, or you watch the shrapnel kill them because, So I think that's one thing I've learned from this war in Ukraine is that, like, a grenade, it doesn't have to land directly on you to kill you. It can be like a couple meters away, and the shrapnel from the grenade will just embed into your flesh and kill you dead. While you're clutching your dead Russian friend for dear life. Or Ukrainian. I mean, I've seen videos on both sides, and it's war as hell. That's what I take from that. Kojima's right. War is just shit.
War never changes.
War never changes.
As opposed
or war
to
has
war
changed.
has changed. Yeah,
and it has.
I always thought that was fun. That juxtaposition between Solid Snake's view of war and Ron Perlman's view of war.
As Ron Perlman wrote Fallout.
It was just Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman and Solid Snake. Two of my role models. Ron Perlman's dope, dude. He was like Daredevil. Not Daredevil. What is his name? Beast. Not Beast Boy.
He was the
Hellboy.
Beast.
God
he was
damn
the Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
He was.
That's been a long-standing meme between me and Elliott here, is that fucking goddamn Ron Perlman and the shitty 80s fucking Beauty and the Beast movie.
Send me the like portrait of him in the Beast outfit, and I just
it's one of our Discord. It was like one of our first Discord emojis that we made on our own personal server. That's what I know him best for. Not Hellboy, not fucking whatever the fuck else he's been in. Beauty and the Beast, which I haven't watched ever. I just saw that picture.
Of course not, man.
And it was just funny. It was funny to me. But I would always like post it as a response to stuff. Just that stupid face.
Yeah. Oh my god. I bet, like, that's the one role he's taken in his life that he's like, nobody's gonna remember this. I don't have to, like, regret it or feel shame or embarrassment about it because nobody's going to remember it. But lo and behold, your favorite podcast. Yeah.
I won't forget Ron Perlman.
Oh, if you're listening right now, Ron Perlman, which you probably are, we love you and you're welcome on the show anytime. Come talk to us about your thought process taking on the role of the Beast. We'll dive into it, dude. We'll do a whole fucking cinematography thing. We'll talk about movies and
it had to have been better.
Hollywood
That
stuff.
movie had to have been better than the fucking new one, right? I've seen the new one.
Yeah, the new one with Hermione Granger.
Yeah. Keeping the Harry Potter theme going for the Christmas season.
I really should be watching those movies this time of year, but I'm too busy holding in my nut, dude. I can't fucking focus on a Harry Potter movie.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I watch it, like, if the past couple times I've tried to watch it, like, binge watch it, like I do with Lord of the Rings. I usually do Lord of the Rings once a year. And I'll watch, the 12-hour fucking...
Nerd.
Yeah, I know. It's awful. Ever since I saw it the first time, like, it's been, like, a thing for me to watch it. And I do the same with Harry Potter. But
the super extended edition that has, like, the Dobby going on his sea voyage thing interlaced within the story. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I don't even make it that far. I make, like, I watched the first 3 movies, and then I start watching the 4th, and then I realize how shit it got by the 4th movie, and I stop watching because the 4th movie, I'm sorry, I don't care.
Dude, the
Goblet of Fire was terrible. Just awful.
Dude, the book was so good.
Yeah.
Goblet of Fire, the book is fucking, like, in my top 10 favorite books, honestly.
It's right next. It's really right next to the Spoke Zarathustra and Brothers Karamazov in terms of literary importance.
In terms of, like, you're gonna study it in English class. It's Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Depending on your the translator, that's usually on the curriculum, and then
Dostoevsky, yeah.
Yeah, I totally know how to pronounce his name because I read all of his books. I haven't read any of his books. I'm gonna read Brothers Karamazov at some point.
I highly recommend it.
I have to.
It's such a good book.
Yeah.
It profoundly changed me.
I'm still balls deep in, like, writing a fantasy book right now, so I can't read anything at the moment, but once I finish that, I've got a list of shit I need to read.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on my porn script. It's
that's cool. Nice.
It's transformative. I'll say that. I'm not going to release any details about it or anything like that, but I will say that I personally, as an artiste, think that it is transformative of the medium.
I'm sure it is, dude.
Propel
You're
the porn
a good writer
industry into a new era. I'm focusing on Bussy.
Bussy, that's the hot trend. That's what's coming up in 2023.
Yeah,
baby.
people they don't want the Bussy anymore. They want that Bussy. No. They want that tight twink Bussy.
They want the Bussy, and you're gonna provide it. You're gonna write the script, and they're gonna find the correct actors to play out your vision, and then, like, they're gonna read the script and they're gonna be like, wow, this is so transformative. We have to have this guy to direct the movie adaptation, because I imagine you're gonna write, like, a series of novels and then turn them into a series on Netflix.
Yes, that's the plan. Actually, I'm gonna sell out immediately. I've always said that. We've always said that.
That's true,
and that's true with
you
anything
have to hire
I do.
Me.
I will sell out immediately. Like, I will write, I will write some schlock. I will write some shit. And if some exec is like, damn, we can market this. We can fucking market this to children. Just take out all the times you say fuck.
Yeah.
Because I have to use that as a, an adjective, an adverb, everything. I mean, I throw fuck into everything because it's funny.
Mm-hmm. It's just comedy. Yeah, you're just trying to write a comedy porno script, and they want to market it to children, and you're like, all right, yeah, I can adapt this comedy porno strip into a children's TV show.
TV show, because we want to get them while they're young.
Get them while they're young.
And
Hook
impressionable.
them while they're young. Yeah. That's what the cigarette industry does, and look at them. They're billions of dollars.
They're great. They did such a great job fucking, like they got so they got rid of all the like you can't get cherry flavored cigarette. You can get cherry flavored cigars or whatever.
Some cigarillos.
Yes, you can get those. That's
those
fine.
Are great.
That's fine because they're not cigarettes. But like, when cigarettes were first, maybe not first becoming a thing, but when they got big and they were like, okay, well, we already got the previous generation. They're all addicted to our shit because, it was World War II and we just sent them fucking supply drops, like a Call of Duty supply drop. And you'd open it and be fucking like 3 cartons of Marlboros.
Yeah.
So we got them all addicted. That's fine. But how do we get their fucking kids addicted to this shit? Well, we make it cherry flavored bullshit. We then that was like the government was like, no, you can't fucking do that. Can't do that at all. That's bad. That's bad. So they banned it, and now you can only get like regular shit flavors. Like you can get the Camels that have the little ball in them that you crush, and it's like, oh, this is like a regular cigarette, but if I crush the ball, it's a menthol because I'm a weak pussy and like menthol cigarettes, or I'm 14 years old.
Yes, thank you for putting into words exactly how I feel about
or a
menthol.
woman, that's fine too.
Or,
like menthols, and you're a woman, whatever. But if you're coming in buying a pack of Newports, fuck you. Fuck off.
Yeah. Ugh. Dude, I wish I could get the same amount of pleasure out of menthol as I do about not menthol. But menthol just, it just fucks me up. Like, it fucks my lungs up so hard. Like, I can feel...
Why do you want to breathe in cold?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Why do you want to breathe in cold?
Especially in the winter, man. Like, I will say, the thing that turned me off on menthols when I was working fast food, and we went and did this like weird thing where we set up a table at the college in town and we like gave out scoops of ice cream and shit. But like the manager chick that I went with smoked Marlboro Smooths. And, she gave me one, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I smoked it, and I was like, this is like smoking a fucking stick of, spearmint gum. It was so weird.
It's gross.
And,
it's gross.
Yeah.
Brings me back to my point I was going on about the industry and how, they release these vapes. Juul, I'm sure you've heard of, you've heard of Juul.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've heard of the controversy. Yeah. They got hit with a class action lawsuit, and they had to pull
action.
They had to pull all their product from shelves because they were, kind of lying about the ingredients.
It wasn't just nicotine; it was also whatever chemical it is that hooks teenagers to.
Yeah, it was HGH or hormones or some fucking shit.
My god. Some HGH. You get super ripped smoking
that
Juul.
Would actually be awesome.
That'd be fucking awesome. Can we make for real? If you're an industry person out there, if you can make a vapable or a smokable version of steroids, that'd be so cool. You just go out and you smoke a cigarette, but it's instead of a cigarette, it's just a tube of steroids.
You're also getting jacked off it. That's awesome.
Yeah, outside the gym, and you just you do a super hard workout, and you're all fucking sore. Your lactic acid is all built up, and you're like, man, I'm so fucking tired. I can't wait to go home and sleep. But then you're like, you know what? I'd rather just abuse stimulants and steroids. And then you step outside, you smoke a steroid cigarette, and then like you're like, oh shit, I'm back to normal, I can go hit the gym again, and you do another like full 8-hour hardcore heavy weight workout, and you really impress the workers at the YMCA. The chick behind the counter is like, wow, you really like health, and you're like, yeah baby. But that's just a fantasy I have. Anyway, make steroids
Your fantasy
smokable.
is going to the YMCA and find some cutie.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
You know, the place that's known for gay sex.
Yes, exactly. I did say it was a lady behind the counter. Yeah. I should have changed that. Would have been funny.
Like a young man with a mustache, hipster mustache.
Yeah.
Deep blue
Hipster
eyes.
mustache.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
deep
wide
blue eyes,
framed
but dark
glasses,
hair.
but they aren't prescription. They're just, you know, he wears them because it makes him look better. Because some people just look better with glasses.
Real Joker from Persona 5 style.
And then he
like,
sucks your dick
glasses.
in the showers.
Yeah. That's my.
He'd look like Joker from Persona 5, but with a hipster mustache, and he would suck your dick in the shower of YMCA.
Yeah, with his fake plastic glasses. That's my fantasy, but you know they don't make steroids that you can smoke, so I guess that will just have to live on in my hopeful, far off daydreams or night dreams. I haven't dreamed about being gay, by the way. I'll say that. I've never had a dream where I was gay.
You never dreamed about kissing your homie?
Yeah, I've never kissed a man.
Kiss.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and you're all confused and angry and you punch a hole in your wall. But you're also like crying while you do it because you kind of want the dream to be a reality. Yeah, no, I've never had anything like that at all, ever.
Yeah, no way.
Absolutely not. I'm not gay. Dad. But I respect when a man looks good. But I'm not gay.
No way. I just have a YMCA membership because it's the only gym in the area. It's not the only gym in the area, ladies and gentlemen.
No. There's a Planet Fitness like 30 minutes away from wherever you are right now, probably.
Probably.
At least in America.
Those bastards milked me for like a year of membership when I didn't go. It was shit, dude. It made me mad. But it was because I was lazy. Well, okay. The thing is with Planet Fitness, at the beginning, they're like, oh, no contracts, fucking sign up and, $10 a month. It's not a big deal, you fucking fat piece of shit. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. $10 a month, I could go work out. And then, like, I signed up and I went and I started going, because it was 24 hours for a minute. And I worked late and then I would go work out after I got off work. And then like COVID hit. I went to college the year before COVID, and they were like, we're not going to let you out of your fucking contract that's not really a contract, but it's a contract. You sign your fucking name. And there's a whole thing where it's like you can't really quit unless you have to jump through a bunch of hoops to fucking quit the membership. And it's like, okay, am I gonna do all of these steps, or do I just fucking eat $10 a month?
I mean, they do all the stuff that like millennials hate, and that's, you have to like call them in person and meet them in person to get it canceled.
Yeah.
That's what I understand about it, is that it's very very much you have like you almost have to get a lawyer to get out of their non-contract bullshit.
Honestly, it was like, you had to like write a letter. You had to like draft a letter of like that was saying like, I do not want to continue my membership, and you had to put like your social security number and do all these things that were tied to it. It was very fucking weird and hard to quit. And then like COVID hit and I was home from college and I was like, okay, well, I have this fucking gym membership. Maybe I'll go work out. And I went and worked out. and I was running on the treadmill, and they were like, you have to wear your mask on the treadmill, and I was like, online it said I don't have to wear a mask if I'm working out.
Fuck your COVID bullshit. Fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna wear a fucking mask. Fuck you.
I was pissed. Like, you're gonna run on a fucking treadmill with a mask? Yeah, fucking right, dude. That's stupid. So that was the one time I went. And then it was like, after that, I like walked up to the counter and I drafted the letter and I was ready to do the whole thing and like meet with their manager to fucking quit my shit. And I walked up to the counter and I was like, hey, can I cancel my membership? Here's the letter and all that. And they were like, yeah, okay, here you go, canceled. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was incredibly easy to quit in the middle of COVID, and I was like, okay, this was the time to do it. But they milked like a solid, $1,200 out of, not 1,200. What is the 12 times 10?
Holy shit, $120.
$120 a year's worth of membership that I didn't even go.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I do that with Discord. I give them $10 a month because I haven't canceled my shit yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's still shady, and a lot of companies are doing it now. Netflix, if we're going to be talking about stuff going on in the news right now, today, a year of our Lord, 2022, the 31st of the month.
100% the 31st, and we're definitely not recording this early.
Netflix, they're doing away with password sharing unless I think you have to pay for a higher tier. Now is how they're going to do it with password sharing. So you can't, if you're on separate IP addresses, you can't, use the same Netflix. Even though they in the past have been like, oh yeah, loving relationships and sharing a Netflix account.
Yeah.
But not with your family. How else are you going
to get a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You can't. You can't get a girlfriend and be like, oh, let's share Netflix passwords. That's like that's an important step in the modern world. But you can't do that now at Netflix. Dude,
unless you live together.
Netflix. Fuck
But then
Netflix,
it's just sharing the same account, which isn't the same.
Yeah. God damn, dude. All the shit they've been doing with The Witcher. Have you seen that shit recently? It's making me absolutely sick.
I mean, I haven't read the books. I've only played the games. But, I watched season 1. Thought season 1 was all right. It was a bit disjointed. But that was because I didn't know the story. I think for people that knew the story, they knew what they were doing. All right.
Right.
Season 2, I got, 2-3 episodes in. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't do it. Just,
my God, dude.
There was, the first episode was pretty good, from what I remember. But everything after that was just...
Yeah, they fucking... The whole thing...
You're the Witcher expert here, so you know
I read
how they fucked up.
a ton of the books. I have not finished the series. I'll be straight about that. I haven't finished Tower of Swallows is the book that I'm on, and there's Lady of the Lake, I think, is one of the last ones. And I didn't read the second short story grouping book. I read Sword of Destiny, but I didn't read... There's another one. Storm something is the title. Yeah. Season 1, fantastic. Fucking awesome. Like, if you read 2 or 3 of the books, fucking great. Amazing. It was just the timeline shit is fucked up and weird, and it's not executed well, but it's for the sake of the narrative and having cool things go on spaced out in between the 3, like Yennefer and Ciri and Geralt. If you're, the way their events line up chronologically isn't as exciting as the way they presented it in the show. So that's why season 1 is it's confusing, but it's dead on. It's really accurate for the most part. Season 2, I think maybe the first episode, I don't remember all of the episodes. I know I watched it all the way through, and they set it up to where they made maybe it was episode 1 that they talked about Ciri's origin story with the dude who was like cursed, and her mom who was like the princess of Sintra or whatever, and so they set that up, but then they set it up at the end to where like her dad ended up being Emir von Kelop, the like emperor of Nilfgaard.
Yes.
Which is like that's not accurate. Her dad is not the emperor of Nilfgaard.
Her dad is like a sick pig man.
Yeah.
Or something.
He was just a cursed guy. He got fucked up, and he looked kind of like a shitty werewolf.
Yes.
Or whatever.
That's right.
That was like his curse, and Geralt lifted the curse, and there was the whole thing with the child surprise and things like that.
Law of surprise, right.
Yeah. Like, it was set up really fucking good. But, like, her dad is not the emperor, ladies and gentlemen. If you've only played the games, I think the games, they made the emperor her dad. But, like, the reality is the emperor just wants to fuck Ciri and take control, take control of the lion cub of Sintra and have Sintra under his grasp, which is like the foothold into expanding the Empire North and taking over all of like the Northlands. I forget what like the continent of everything above the Empire is called, but it's broken up into Velen and Redania and Vizimir and all kinds of things.
Okay.
It's very Game of Thrones.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do have a question. Maybe this will be a hard question, but this will be a question for you. How did Ciri get her horse?
Ooh.
And her sword.
That's a good question.
Because I see that brought up a lot, and I think I know the answer. But
I mean, she got Witcher training when she was very young, but then eventually...
This might be in the books that you have not read, by the way. I don't know.
The one that I started that I haven't finished is, I want to say it's Tower of Swallows is made... I don't know. Whatever the one is that I'm reading right now is the story where Ciri gets the scar across her face and, like, she was attacked and she's been hunted down.
That might be the one. That might be what I'm thinking
she runs around... I can't remember if she like ran away from her captors or she got kidnapped, and then Geralt like went off and tried to find her, but like by the time he caught up with her kidnappers, she had already escaped from them and joined like a band of mercenaries and got into this hardcore lesbian relationship. And
yes, I think that's what it has to do with. That's to do with this lesbian relationship and how it was kind of like rape.
Yeah.
But then there was like a guy, like that's how she got her horse, was she was trying to like fuck some dude when she was 14 on the battlefield. And then like that's her horse, is the guy that she was trying to fuck, but then he died because he was wounded. So that might be in the one you're reading. Sorry.
Shit. You know what? I think that's the one I am I think I got to that point.
I didn't mean to spoil it.
No.
But that was like
there's this
that's one that always gets brought up in the Netflix discussions, like how are they going to do this? How are they going to show this? Like, she's obviously not going to be but she's like 14 when it happens, I think. Because,
she's honestly too young for it to be filmed, but like that
was the same thing with Game of Thrones. And
Game
Daenerys.
of Thrones, it's a dirty medieval land where like, the woman gets her first blood and she's a lady, but like, ladies get their periods at like 11 now, and it's like, are you really a woman at 11? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
No. But back in the day, like back in the
back in the good old days.
I'm not expressing a desire to go back to that time. Let me
that shit went on until like the 1900, early 1900s. So
yeah. People be trying to fuck ladies way too young, so it's gross.
It is gross.
But in a fantasy medieval setting, it's like it kind of makes sense. I'm not, like, saying that it's okay or anything, you know.
I mean, if you make it to 40...
Whatever. Yeah,
those times,
back then
it
was hard times. Like, your first winter as a baby, it was like a 50-50 chance.
Oh, man, I couldn't, like, I was thinking about that today with how cold it fucking got here in the Midwest.
Oh, my God.
Because we are Midwest scumbags, after all.
Midwest scumbags, welcome to the podcast, everybody. That was all just the intro, by the way. Thanks for listening.
Here's another hour of good content. I promise.
Yeah, but it got cold as fuck, dude. If we didn't have central heating nowadays, god damn it! Like what would he have done?
Like, what if what is like if I was a 5-year-old child and this negative 30 wind chill the other day?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Was, you know.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Literally.
Terrible.
Oh my. Impossible.
You would die.
To live it.
You would die. Is what would happen.
Yeah.
You would die.
Yeah, you would die. If you didn't build an igloo and wrap yourself in whale skins, like, you're fucking dead, kiddo. But
here in the Midwest, it would be like stripping buffalo of their skin and wearing it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, making a teepee and
a wigwam.
Having a fire in a wigwam, starting a fire, having a fire pit in the middle of it, and you're wrapped up in buffalo skins and...
But not really, because we're white and we would be in like a shitty log cabin. We'd be praying to God for the cold to stop.
Yeah. Honestly, like our Puritan ancestors were that's probably what they were doing. Huddling in a fucking in a log cabin praying.
Yeah. Praying to whatever God they believed in. Maybe it was a heathen god. I like to think. I mean, I haven't got my 23andMe back yet because I decided to willingly give my DNA
to
a third-party corporation to do with what they will. As long as they tell me, like, you know.
Yeah, like, hey, we're gonna your gene sequence is so beautiful that we're gonna start making clones of you. Like, I want that email.
That'd be nice.
I'm down with that. That'd be sweet.
We're creating a super soldier program, and we're using your DNA as the basis. Could you imagine getting that email?
How flattered would you be?
Like, fucking one of those, like, 3-letter alphabet. You get a thing from the Department of Justice.
A good old
like,
glowy.
Hey, we're gonna use your DNA because you clicked yes to everything. You didn't read any of that contract. I know you didn't. I didn't. Who's got time for that? You just say yes to everything. Yeah. Like, you want to use my fucking DNA to like breed some superhuman race? You go right on ahead.
Yeah, fucking do it, man.
I don't think 23andMe will do it. They'll sell it to somebody that will do it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the gist of what I said yes to everything. And click the little
twist
boxes.
Is that, like, they don't know that you're perfect soldier DNA. Like, you're not 6 foot tall. So, like, they're imagining this perfect Adonis of a super soldier that they're breeding, cloning out of your DNA, and then, like, they come out and it's just a dude who's like 5'7". Yeah.
It's
at least for me.
I mean, they want people to be small nowadays. They, Vietnam taught us anything. It's like, you got to be able to crawl in those little tiny foxholes.
Yeah. If you can't blend in with the reeds, or like, if you stand out, what's that, I forget, tall poppy phenomenon or something. I forget what it's called, but it's like poppy fields. If you're like a really tall poppy plant, you get cut off because they want all the poppies to be uniform or whatever. I don't know why. I can't even remember the
poppy seeds. Those are the thing that's on like the McDonald's hamburger bun, right?
Yeah, poppy seeds are what they make opium out of.
Oh,
yeah,
it's tight.
Yeah. I forget the phrase, but it's like tall poppy syndrome, or not syndrome. tall poppy something, but it's like an idea. It's a philosophic idea that other countries take, where it's like if you try to stand out from the crowd, that's what gets you like nipped in a gardening term. Like if you were to run a blade over a field of poppies at a certain height, that like all the other average poppies are at that height, and you just do like an inch above, and then like you run the blade across it, and then anything taller than that gets severed. And I don't know why. I don't know why they do that, but I guess they do that. I don't know. It's a thing. But that's the idea of like if you want to stand out and be an individual, it's really to your detriment instead of your benefit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking drunk, dude. It's
nice.
Fucked up.
Yeah, audience, we get fucked up during these. We get so fucked up. I'm fucking smoking meth right now.
That's right. I abuse stimulants, and so should you.
That's the message that we want to send out. We want to get that fucking the false information flag.
Yeah,
so,
I really want that misinformation tag, dude. Like,
yes.
if you're out there listening and you're a goody two shoes,
report us.
Tattletale,
Please report this podcast for misinformation.
Spreading
COVID misinformation. Spreading misinformation in general.
Yeah, saying the NIH sponsors us when they don't, and lying about. I don't know. We lie a lot on this show.
I mean, we said that from
whatever.
the beginning. Is that we're liars.
Yeah.
This is a liars podcast.
It's a liars podcast. We only go to Truth Island every now and then, and we're not on Truth Island right now. We'll return to Truth Island this year, 2023, that is. At some point, but we're not going to tell you when.
We're going to have to make a stop at Epstein Island first. Because that's the only way to get to the truth, is you got to go past Epstein Island. This little fucking palace that he has there.
Man, I want a palace.
Yeah.
I would love to live in a palace, dude.
We're going to change Epstein's heart. We're going to steal his heart.
Yeah, but he's dead. You can't change the heart of somebody who's dead.
Someone tried to steal his fucking heart, but another guy
they
shot
failed.
him in the head.
Yep, they killed him in the metaverse, and that's where he just had a heart attack or a seizure or whatever, and everybody's blaming the Clintons, but really it was somebody. It was a metaverse actor. It was the Phantom Thieves of Heart.
I really wasn't hoping you were going to bring up the Clintons, Elliott, but yeah, you know, that's spoiler. Next episode, we got Hunter Biden's laptop, and we're going to go through it. We're going to open up his fucking file explorer because he uses Windows. I know he does.
We'll
We'll
just go through his history.
We're going to find those dick pics, and we're going to send them to Fox News. Sean Hannity can comment on the girth.
That's right. That's our video podcast debut. Is the screen recording of going through Hunter Biden's
We'll be doing it with our iPhones, we're not going to get any professional equipment or anything. We'll use our mics. We'll have those. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it'll just be a screen cap of my laptop.
Just browsing the files of Hunter Biden's laptop. File by file. We're going to go through it. And that's yeah. I mean, I'm sorry we had to ruin that surprise.
I think it really sucks that, they use these, because his nudes are leaked. For sure. I've seen his dick.
Oh, gross, dude.
But he looks like he is a very attractive person. He looks like a young Clint Eastwood.
Other than his dick?
Well, I mean, there's a picture of him lighting up a cigarette after sex, obviously, after he gets done. Come on, is that really a win? You get show this guy after he fucking bangs some broad because he's the president's son.
Yeah.
And this was before he was the president's son. He was just some fucking senator's son.
He was just the not the vice president's son.
Oh, maybe vice president. Yeah, maybe that's when those pictures.
Was it during 08?
Yeah. Obeezy was in power.
Obeezy, R.I.P. Big dog in the sky. Just kidding. Obama's not dead. Well, he's not of this recording. What if Obama fucking died in between
when
this
be
podcast
dead before
goes
Bush
up?
and Clinton? That would be awful.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that would suck.
I think even Jimmy Carter's still alive.
Oh, damn. Is he?
I think so.
Wow.
He's got his peanut farm that...
Wow.
That's
Jimmy Carter.
He's the peanut farmer.
I remember he was...
president. Yeah. And he also did the Iran thing, the hostage.
I just know he was on King of the Hill, and he redeemed his character because he was doing some Habitat for Humanity thing.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he's known for.
Hank.
He's 90 years old, and he still builds houses for poor people.
Damn, that's dope, dude. Shout out Jimmy Carter. Welcome on the show anytime. If you're still alive, I need to look that up. I feel like I heard an article
95%
or a thing about him dying.
He's still alive.
Are you sure?
I feel like it would have been big
Jimmy
news.
Carter, born former president, previously. So he's not dead.
Yeah.
Wow. I swear I heard an article about him dying recently. Not recently, but within the last 5 years.
Ate some bad peanuts, maybe.
Oh my
had
God.
An off day.
Oh my God.
Still kicking.
Born in Plains, Georgia, October 1st, 1924. 1924.
Yeah, so he's almost 100. Damn.
Almost 100, dude. Holy shit. Whatever he's doing it right, man. If he has to be still alive. None of my DuckDuckGo results came up saying, date of death or anything. So, Jimmy Carter, welcome on the show anytime.
Always welcome
Always.
on the show.
Yeah.
I don't care about your tenure as president. I want to hear about that peanut farm.
Yeah, dude. Tell me about the peanut farm. I didn't know he was a peanut farmer until you just said it. And now I believe it wholeheartedly that he farms peanuts.
That was a whole thing. He was like the George Washington because he had to sell his peanut farm to be president, because
George Washington had a peanut farm?
I don't think he had he probably had a slave plantation or some shit.
But
I think
George Washington
he sold
Carver. Okay.
That was the whole thing. It was if I'm going to be president, I can't be making money anywhere else because that would be conflict of interest.
Yeah.
But, that's not so
eventually
much of
that idea has gone by the wayside, along with basically every other American ideal nowadays.
Trump sold NFTs. I mean, come on.
I know. Oh, fuck, dude. I wanted to start the podcast saying, hey, it's me, Elliott, your favorite podcast host. Better than Joe Rogan. Better than Mark Maron. Probably your favorite podcast host. And I didn't. I thought about it, but I didn't write it down. I was going to use it as an intro.
You can be sure. I mean, we bought, we each spent about $1,000 each
on those cards. Hell
Trump
yeah, dude.
NFTs.
They're fucking awesome. I love the one where Trump is in the red Superman suit.
That's the best one.
He's
That's
my
one of the
hero.
rarest.
Yeah.
So we have at least one of those that we are willing to sell at almost 100 times the markup. Almost 100 times the price because, you can't get them anymore. They sold out within a day. $4.5 million worth of Trump NFTs.
Yeah. Limited supply, baby.
Yeah. Limited supply. It's not like we just got emailed a bunch of PNGs of and something connected to whatever the fuck a blockchain
just shitty
is.
Photoshop of. That's the funny thing is that it's just really bad Photoshop. You could literally make those with your Photoshop skills. You could do those Trump NFTs, but
it was like he stood in front of a
them.
green screen for like maybe 5 or 6 photos, and that was like that's all you're getting.
I mean, honestly, they could have pulled photos of him like from like Google Images of his campaign when he went and did rallies and stuff. Like, there's enough images of him out there and video that you could pull a screen cap of that video and turn that into like just Photoshop his face on like Black Panther. That one's a really cool NFT. That's a really good one. That was one that I got.
That was worth that was worth the
Trump as Black Panther was awesome. So cool. Worth $1,000. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, audience, that you can own these totally non-fungible tokens that have Donald Trump's face attached to them. But we're selling them at $100 each.
Man.
$100 a pop. They're like Pokemon cards. Like each one is like a holographic Charizard. Gen 1.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of the first, not first, but one of the few, like, I want to say it was like Judge Joe Brown that I caught on TV when I was young, that it was a kid who was like, this kid's mom was suing this other kid's mom because they did like a Pokemon trade where the one kid had it was literally a holographic Charizard card, and he traded it to some other kid for like a shitty Japanese Pikachu or something like that. And
like something you get out of fucking Asian fast food place.
Yeah, it was like a bad card. It was not a good Pokemon card, but the kid traded his holographic Charizard for it, and it was like this whole court case, and Judge Joe Brown was just like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This fucking Pokemon shit. Like, it was crazy, dude. It was amazing. It was the thing that made me be like, I should collect trading cards. That's where my Yu-Gi-Oh card obsession came from. And I'm going to get back into Magic the Gathering. I'm going to do that this year. I think it's cool. now. MTG is cool now. That's my official stance. I don't know how you feel about Magic the Gathering, Skyler.
It's alright.
It's alright, yeah.
It's cool.
It's yeah. I think it's cool. I think it's cool now. If you thought it was lame in the past, I mean, I did too, for a while. Until I realized that it was actually kind of awesome. Like, is it gonna get me a bunch of bussy? No. But, maybe.
I mean,
maybe the right bussy. Yeah.
It was it was the loot box before the loot box. That's what all these fucking trading card games are. It's just, you buy a pack. You hope you get something rare, something good, something or something meta.
It was literally a loot box.
It's a Skinner box, at least.
Packs. Yeah, like, fuck, dude. Why have I never put that together? I've taken Psychology 101 3 times, and I still didn't realize that trading cards were literally just Skinner boxes.
Yes, you push a button and it makes the happy chemicals in your brain go off. But it's with trading cards.
It's blowing my mind.
It's with fucking Overwatch skins or... It's all it is. It just... or Genshin characters.
Son of a bitch. Man. Well, whatever. I stand by it. Magic the Gathering is cool. 2023.
I mean, out of all the card games, it's probably the coolest. I mean, I think so. I would be able to say, like, casually... I play Magic the Gathering, yeah. But
I play Magic.
It's not as cringe as like, oh, I'm really good at Pokemon, but not the game. I'm good at Pokemon the card game.
Yeah,
or it's like Pokemon I'm good at Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's because I play Duel Links and I've spent $500 just so I can stay meta. And this is every 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, and then you find out that that's not even the meta game anymore. It's all about Duel Masters, dude. Fucking Duel Links is old.
That's right. Yeah.
It's all about Duel Masters for Yu-Gi-Oh.
God damn it.
And I like Yu-Gi-Oh!
I can't keep up with it, Elliott. I can't do it.
I know,
that's what
man.
keeps me from doing these things, is like, if I really want to get into it, I have to sink some serious money, and then I have to continually sink money into it, because the meta changes constantly. Every time there's some new whatever pack or new fangled thing.
New expansion, new booster pack, new tin.
That's why Pokemon's so great. Like, you can just play the game and, like, you can talk about Pokemon with people. Like, oh yeah, I had a fucking Sneasel Weevil that I bred to have, more strength and shit. And it's not super cringe. It's not as cringe as being like, oh yeah, I spent $500 on this, this specific magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, and then I got
baseball
this
cards,
one card that I need to complete my deck.
Yeah.
But if you have the money to do it, do it. I mean,
fucking A. Hell yeah, dude. That's my retirement plan, is to like, once I become just an old fuck and I'm gonna like drop out of society completely, I'm gonna become a Warhammer guy. Warhammer 40k, very cool. I just don't have the time, energy, or money to get into Warhammer. I got Warhammer 40k. It's like Mechanicus or something. I've been on a turn-based strategy game recently, and Warhammer's like turn-based strategy, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna get into Warhammer. And there's just so much Warhammer shit, I can't get into it. But I got one of the games. I got Mechanicus because I heard it's awesome. And it's cool. But that's my retirement plan. Once I'm old, I'm gonna give up on everything. I'm gonna become a Warhammer guy as a super old man. I think that'll be cool. Right?
Yeah, I think that's something you should strive towards.
Yeah. Like, I'll get into the miniatures and, like, be painting miniatures, but I'm gonna have Parkinson's, so I'm gonna be, like, really bad at painting my miniatures.
Oh, you'll be a fucking, like, priest in a solitary European church, and all you'll do is paint minifigs all the time. You'll have your 3D printer.
That sounds so cool.
And everything.
Yeah.
It'll be super cool.
I want to be a 3D printing guy too. 3D printers are so cool. They're just so expensive right now that I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't have like a spare desk that I could run the 3D printer and have it print for 12 hours while I'm at work, and so it can print out like a fucking...
It does a pretty good job, especially with those Warhammer minifigs. You get the fucking 3D whatever project file of it, and it's indistinguishable except for like the little logo with the copyright thing they put on the bottom.
The one that's like, I actually had to go to a store and buy this. Yeah.
Those Warhammer, they have like a... So I mean, it's like you can't ever use those minifigures in a legit ranked battle. That's the issue with it. Because
they're not legitimate.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not the kind of fig, the minifig that you have to like go to a store and like, the cutie pie cashier is like, oh, here you are buying like Muddy Buddy ice cream and this Warhammer minifig. You're really hot and you should have a girlfriend.
That'll be $215.
It'll be $215. Yeah. That's the kind of fantasy I'm gonna have when I'm retired. A retired dirty old man, as I'm just gonna be super
hanging out at the local game shop.
The board game shop, the indie, the one guy in your town who was like, these games aren't fucking gay and stupid. Like, there should be a whole shop dedicated to it. I'm gonna start that shop. Like that guy. You just hang out at his store all the time and talk about Gundams and like SpongeBob and shit. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be cool. I can't project into the future and be like, when we're at the age of retirement, what's gonna be awesome. I'm just gonna stick to Warhammer, maybe. And I don't know. Do you have any retirement plans?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably kill myself.
God damn it. I expected that answer. Son of a bitch.
That's a good spot to end it.
Come on, baby, kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me, Mario.
All right, Magic Conch. What do we do now?